Hey, check it out. Yeah, it's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, G Souldier, the best film writer and director in St. Louis. Facts up here. And I got my guest today, special guest. I'm writing this article on him. Um, what interests me about this guy right here, like everybody do music, and so he very interesting to me because he does a lot of stuff outside of music also. And when I think about, like I do my films and everything, and I doing my books and all that. So I'll be watching industry from afar still, tapping into what we're doing in St. Louis. And when I think of this guy right here, I think of like when they say music in St. Louis or the black man in St. Louis, I look at you as the heartbeat of St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? From everything you do. So we have T Dubbo right here. So let the people know your real name and where did the name T Dubbo come from?
My real name is Antoine White. I mean, the government put that out there. I ain't have no choice. But, Dub, I mean, it just came from just communication with the community, with family. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go into too many details, but when you're in the street, nicknames come from the street. You know what I'm saying? So T Dub both shortened from like double up, and it just turned into what it is now.
So speaking of that stand right there, how was it growing up on the north side of St. Louis, and what made you join the Crip gang and all of that?
I mean, I didn't really have an option. You know what I'm saying? My most of my family, is the males are gang affiliated. So it wasn't if I was gonna be it or not, it was more so what branch I was gonna fall under, you know what I'm saying? And the neighborhood that my mom had us living in, ironically, you know what I'm saying, was RSC. So that's just part of my family that I gravitated towards. You know what I'm saying? I'm heavily locked in with the grapes as well. That's part of my family. Like the big homies Jinx and Neil and all them, from 7-9. But uh, where the people that was my age in the neighborhood I was in, which was the Old Fella Park area, was rolling 60. So it wasn't really more so I walked outside one day and was like, oh, this is something that I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bred in me, from a toddler.
So
Outside of that, the north side is the north side. You from St. Louis, you know how it is.
yeah.
It's one of the most dangerous places in the world, not just the most dangerous places in the nation, but one of the most dangerous places in the world. But there's also beauty there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got a lot of legitimate love for the people in the city and for the community, and it's why we do what we do. Because it's beauty there. You know what I'm saying? It's just lack of opportunity, a lot of poverty, a lot of single parents, or a lot of kids being raised by grandparents or not being raised at all. School system is terrible, um, heavily crime, a lot of drugs, and of course gang culture. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's love. Ultimately, people looking for love and opportunity. And if you can't get opportunity with employment or with school, you're gonna find opportunity in the black market. But nigga gonna eat.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, T Dub. I want to know if this is true. Did you get kicked out of North Tech High with a 4.0?
Yeah.
And why? What was the reason behind that?
Um, when they brought my mom to the school board meeting after I was suspended, because I didn't do anything to be suspended. You know what I'm saying? Like it was teachers advocating for me. Yeah, I was tutoring kids, all that. Uh, but when they brought my mom to the conference at the school board, the special school district, they said they just felt like I had too much power and influence over the students.
Heck, that's like you was already being a revolutionary, you know what I'm
Yeah, basically.
saying? So one thing I wanna tap into your music, because one thing that really like, got me like really like, dang, T Dub is just one of them people in music, is your song Enough, you know what I'm saying? Like that mug was super powerful because I be on my activist stuff too, on my music and everything. And you make that music that people can feel. A lot of people just love beats and all that type of stuff. But I'm a person who like focuses on words, and that song Enough was just like, man, I was like, bro, this dude is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if you remember, like, with kids when them back then, you used to come to my
Yeah.
studio and all that type of stuff back in the day. So
We was young and wild
yeah,
then.
exactly. So what got you to start rapping? What made you, become a rapper, hip hop artist?
Again, my cousins. That's something else that they embedded in me. We was super young. Us escaping, off of Alice off the north side. Like my mom would go to my grandma's house. She lived in what back then we would say was a better neighborhood. She lived in Velda City, which is in Normandy.
Mhm.
So that would be our escape from off the north, and we would go over there for all the holidays on the weekend or whenever we could. You know what I'm saying? So my grandma, she's like the regular, African American grandma. You know what I'm saying? She keeps the entire family together. She the one who cook and teach everybody how to cook. If you need anything, you can go to. If somebody needs somewhere to stay, they can go there and lay their head. So it was the same thing with us. Like my grandma is the glue with the family. So all my cousins around the holidays, the male side, like they would all gravitate there. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the weekend or for the holidays, and even people that's from out of town. And back then, like they all tried to rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas wanted to be Pac or Biggie or Bone Thug and Harmony, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they was listening to. Yeah, and they would all they would go outside and consume what they consumed and come back inside and steal grandma camcorder and just start freestyling. And me and my cousin, we thought it was the dopest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? How they was able to basically formulate songs right there on the spot.
Mm,
And I just fell in love with it.
mm. So who are some of your I guess hip hop influences that you look up to or rappers because like I said, you're very interested when it comes to your writing. Yeah.
For sure. Of course, people like Pac, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, UGK, NWA, um, man, Q, of course, I said NWA, but Q, post NWA. Um, that's pretty much it, man.
The
That's pretty
artists,
much
a
it.
lot of like I said, you remind me of me. A lot of the artists you name are people who like bear their soul in their music. You know what I'm saying? Who like spit real.
Yeah,
They not just rapping for gimmicky or anything. You know what I'm saying? They like bear their soul. Like DMX too. That's one of the.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. X, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. I can't leave X out of there. Nip, I really vibe with Nip. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that what happened ultimately with his demise, but Nip, you know what I'm saying, and not just because of his music, but because of what he stood for. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I'm a couple newer guys with they ain't really new, but people the world just getting hip to him like Mozzie.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Mozzie dope. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Mozzie. It ain't too many new rappers that I'd be like, oh my God, they crazy. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Besides like the Griselda cats, they crazy.
facts, yeah.
But it's a lot of new artists that I just put artists on it because I don't want to call them rappers, but it's a lot of new artists that make dope vibes, and I like their sound and I like the direction they go with their music. Uh, I'm a musical connoisseur. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the time, like I listen to rap, but I listen to a lot of different things. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
me
saying? Whether
too.
it's The
Facts,
Doors or The Weeknd or
facts,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying, Evanescence, Queen, stuff like that. I've always been a musical connoisseur, so I don't really even just really vibe with rap like that all the time.
What you think about Sci the Press?
I like Sci High. I think he's dope, and I just feel like he's just one of them ones that the industry never really gave the proper opportunity to.
Facts. Okay, let's stick to this. Along the music lines. What made you become a battle rapper?
I put the blame on B Magic and O because I wasn't even interested in venturing into battle rap. Don't get me wrong, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I've been rapping since I was a child. So that's just the competitive aspect of coming from the streets. And you say you can rap, like everybody gonna try to battle you. So from school to parties to my cousin, them used to actually have us in an adult bar. And it was a dude named Storm back in the day that used to throw open mic events,
Oh, yeah, I
but you
remember
had to be,
DJ Storm.
yeah, you had to be 21 to be in there. And I'm in there, 13, 14 years old. in the battles, like battling grown men. They're like, bro, you got to grab the mic. And they sign me up, and I go up there, and everybody looking like, how this little kid even get in here? But like, I was turning old niggas' heads off back then. But B Magic influenced me to get into it. And he called me one day. He was like, bro, I'm finna have my first battle. You need to get in this shit. And I'm like, you mean like the Smack DVD shit? I'm like, bro, like, I ain't letting nobody talk to me crazy like that. And they walk. I said, I'm cool on that. But he like, nah, bro, like, it's a good opportunity. So Magic asked me, literally, it probably was 2 months. He asked me to battle. Kept asking me. And finally, I guess he had talked to O about me and showed him some freestyle videos or something. And O hit me and was like, man, he basically recruited me. And I took the stance on it, like, if I'm gonna try to do this rap thing, this could be an opportunity. At the same time, we was head on in the streets. So I didn't know if I was serious or what I was trying to do. But I knew if, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to try to create a way out for myself, that this was free promo. You know, I'm looking at all these battle rappers getting millions of views and ain't nobody putting no music out. And I'm like, why? Like, it's like broadcasting to the world that you have weed, but you ain't selling it to nobody. So I joined it, and you know what I'm saying, it was a amazing thing. Like, it's still part of the culture. It's still part of me as an MC, but I can't see myself being a person that gets sucked up in that, and that's my career. I love music too much for that.